Greetings, beloveds. My name is Ashanti Kunene. I wear many different hats, but today I come to you as an art activist with the loving intention of planting sacred seeds in your spirit. And I pray that these sacred spoken seeds find fertile soil in the ground of your soul. And as has become my traditional opening, I ask you all, wherever you are, to take a deep breath in and inhale the privilege of receiving the sacred gifts I so lovingly offer you today. And exhale out any entitlement you think you have to these gifts. Take another deep breath in. I invite you to close your eyes if feasible, and on your exhale, we shall begin and fully arrive. Before we are a parliament of people, we are a gathering of animals, bodies of celestial water held together for but a moment with skin, blood, and bone. We are breathing forests possessing lungs that learn to speak. And so I ask you in this online space, in this shared digital heath, to feel the animal of your body. Feel the weight of your hips on the chair. Feel the subtle tide of your breath. Feel the quiet electricity in your hands. We have come here to talk about justice, but justice cannot only be an idea, it must be a practice. It is a sacred ecology. Justice has a very peculiar taste and a specific texture. Justice is found in the soil of a contested estate, where the deed in the vault speaks one truth, and the mycelial network beneath the oak trees whispers another, older story of belonging. Justice is found in the breath of a child, in a neighborhood where the air is gift wrapped in poison, a poison gift they did not choose, a poison gift they cannot see, but it is a poison gift they open every day with every breath they take, children gasping for death in every moment of their life, because the air is of an unjust kind. Justice is found in policy documents, cold and calculating, deciding which future generations will inherit a world of songbirds singing the tunes of nature, and which future generations will inherit only the silence of their extinction. This tangled geography from soil to breath to policy is the map of our work. This is the work of renewing biodiversity, to reimagine value, to give voice to the voiceless, to listen to the land, and to properly challenge the colonial grammar of exploitation. For we have all been schooled in a capitalist language of separation, a language that says we are above and apart from nature. It is a language that says Mother Earth is an endless resource, an infinite warehouse of goods to be consumed. It's a language of separation and domination that engages with Mother Earth as a woman to be pillaged and raped over and over and over again with no chance for rescue, rest, or rejuvenation. We have taken so much from her and given less than little back, because apparently us humans are above and apart from nature. And this, beloveds, this is the greatest lie we have ever told ourselves. This is the root cause of our collective wound. This is why injustice feels so familiar, and justice an unfamiliar, peculiar, foreign thing. So my provocation today comes not from me, but from the very body of the earth. We do not have an environment. We are the environment. We are walking, talking ecosystems. We are Mother Nature made manifest in human-like animal form. What happens to Mother happens to us, for we are one and the same. The water we drink today once flowed in the blood of a dinosaur and the sap of a redwood tree. The air in our lungs was once the exhalation of an ancient fern. There is no environmental justice out there. There is only us here, entangled together in an unjust manner of our own making. So when we speak of environmental justice, we're not speaking of saving the planet out there. The planet will abide. She lives with or without us. Mother Earth needs no saving. She will be just fine, as she has been for millennia. We are the ones that need saving. So when we speak of environmental justice, we are speaking of saving our relationship with Mother Earth, something every other animal knows well that we have forgotten. We are speaking of rediscovering our reverence and respect for our collective home. We are speaking of saving us from our own hubris, from our own ego, and from our audacity to think we have the capacity to save the planet. The only power we have is to save ourselves. So when we speak about the geography of justice, we are speaking about saving humanity. Environmental justice is justice for us because we are the environment. And so the challenge before you today, beloveds, is not just to learn, it is to remember that we are members of a living world and to put those members back together again in your mind, in your heart, in your practice. For we are not above, apart, or separate from the environment. We are not above, apart, or separate from the environment. So my invitation to you today is to feel the tug of the more than human world in every decision you make, is to remember the forests when looking at your spreadsheets, is to hear the rush of the river that will be impacted by the drafting of your policies. It is to feel the buried streams begging to be remembered as you walk through your lively cities. It is to recall the saw that killed the tree for the privilege of you writing ideas down on paper. This is the cognitive juice I'm here to stir. The juice of deep connection, of radical empathy, of uncomfortable kinship. Because, beloveds, the task is not to listen, not only to listen to the words of the professors, the professionals, the practitioners, but to listen for the voices that are not in this digital room, but are always in our conversations. The voice of the lichen on the stone speaking the slow, patient language of time. The voice of the salmon fighting its way upstream, a silver arrow of determination. The voice of peat bog holding centuries of carbon and memory in its wet, dark heart. They are here. They are part of this parliament. And so as you move through the next 2 days, I invite you to carry one question. What does the land need you to become? What does this living, breathing, suffering, magnificent world that you are a part of need from the unique, miraculous animal that is you? I can tell you it needs your grief to water the seeds of change. It needs your rage to fire the kiln of transformation. It needs your creativity to imagine pathways out of the polycrisis we have not yet dreamed of. So let this parliament not be days of simply talking about change. Let it be days of being changed, so that tomorrow you will not just do your job differently, but you will do you differently. And so I ask you again, in the name of environmental justice, what does this living, breathing, suffering, magnificent world need from the unique, miraculous animal that is you? And with that, I thank you. Thank you so much.